Welcome. In front of me is a Huawei Y6 from 2019, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So, starting off, we're going to begin with the split screen, which can be accessed simply by going into your recent. So, once you tap on recent, you will have all the apps visible, and then next to them is that like 2-bar icon. This will open up the app in split screen. I'm going to open something a little bit more feasible for this feature, so let's go to YouTube and then tap on it. Now whichever app you open up first will be the one that goes to the top, and from here you can open up any kind of other app that you want. Now maybe not any kind of other, some apps will not work. For instance, if you open up camera, it will just simply quit the split screen and go full screen. So not every app will work, but in terms of something like YouTube and Chrome, it works flawlessly, so you can listen to music or whatever and still use your browser without actually having the music pause. So once you're done with it, simply tap on the home button and then scroll it up to get it out of the way. Then next thing I'm going to show is the hiding notch option. So here we have the teardrop. Now if you're not a fan of it, we can make it basically look dark so it blends in, and then things like the percentage battery time will be turned bright, so well, instead of being like dark blackish color, it's going to be more of a white. So let's go into the display section, and from here more display settings, notch, and there we go. Tap on it. As you can see, it turns it like so. Now on this device, because the notch on the bottom is quite severe, it doesn't actually look that weird. So if you're not a fan of it, I advise you to turn it on. It still looks, I would assume, better. Honestly, I don't have anything against the notch, but with the massive chin that it is here, it doesn't actually bother me with this being bigger. The next thing that I'm going to show is the simple mode. Now this is more for elderly people. As you can see, oops, let's go back to it. So again, it's under the display, and once you enable it, it will turn the device into simple mode. And as you can see, primarily everything is almost the same, just everything is bigger to accommodate something like vision loss. Settings are also, well, severely limited, although you can still access the normal settings by tapping on more settings, as you can see, but by default you have the simple ones here. So that is the simple mode. I'm gonna actually exit that and go back to normal to showcase the next thing, which is the screen pinning. Now by default we need to enable it because it is disabled, and you can find it under security and privacy, more settings, and then screen pinning. Enable it, and then you also have the option below that to request lock screen password to unpin. So if I'm gonna lock it quickly to see if I have, yep, I do have one, although it recognizes also the face. So when you enable this and you're trying to unpin the app, it will automatically lock the device up, and you will need to put in the pattern, and well, in my case. Now this feature is specifically designed for if you want to hand your device to someone else, and for instance they said, hey, I want to call someone, right? So you go into the dialer and you pin it. Now you do it, I believe, by, let's see, because I'm not exactly sure how to pin it. Maybe if I read it. Go back to the settings. So enable screen pin, go to screen. You want to pin, touch the recent key navigation bar, touch the pin icon. Either I am blind and there is no pin icon. So apparently there is no pin icon, so that's kind of weird. Let's see if we can fix this. Actually, maybe it would probably help if it would be enabled. Oh, there it is. So now that I got out of the big oof that I did, so you can see there's the pin icon, and all you need to do is just specifically pin an app that you want to well, pin basically, so someone can't leave it. And as you can see, if you press the home, it pops you up with the method of unpinning, but you cannot leave this app. So to unpin it, hold the, what is it, the back button. There we go. And as you can see, when you hold it, it automatically locks the device, so you need to, if it would actually work normally, if I block the camera, you will see that there is actually a pin. It's just trying to recognize my face, which can actually, once it sees it, it unlocks it. Okay, so that was the screen pinning, which took a little bit of fiddling to get it working, and a little bit more perception than I apparently have. So moving on to the next one, it's going to be the gesture navigation, which is, well, to me, one of the best options. So let's go into the settings, system navigation, and check on the gestures. It gives you a guide for it, so let's start it up. Now this guide is fairly simple. Swipe from either side to go back. There we go. And then swipe up to go home. And swipe and hold to go to recent. And now we can leave it. As you can see, wherever you are, you can now use the gestures. They work really well, actually. So you can swipe from either side, as you can see. Swipe up to go home, and swipe and hold to go into recent. Now, if you have problems with actually using those, I would suggest, for instance, swiping up sometimes, well, from the bottom to go home, might pose for some people challenge. So what I would say is to swipe from below the screen. So as you can see, my finger is off the screen in a way, and then start sliding. Don't try to slide it from the screen up, and do it off the screen up. This basically makes it work correctly. So that is the last option, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.